Most people think making your first $100,000 is just the start. But what if I told you that's the turning point where wealth starts to grow faster than ever before, even without working more hours? Stick around, because once you understand why this happens, you'll never look at money the same way again. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a powerful truth that almost every self-made millionaire knows. Once you hit your first $100,000, building wealth becomes way easier and much faster. Sounds strange, right? But it's absolutely real, and in this video, I'm going to break it down in a super simple way that makes total sense. Part 1. Why the first $100,000 is the hardest. Let's be honest, getting to $100,000 feels like an uphill battle. You're probably working a job, budgeting every dollar, paying off debt, and trying to invest a little here and there, and it can feel slow, really slow. But here's the thing. Building that first $100,000 is like pushing a giant snowball up a hill. You're doing a lot of work, and the results don't show up right away, but the moment you hit that $100,000, everything changes. Why? Because now the snowball starts rolling downhill, and that's when compounding starts to work its magic. Part 2. The power of compounding. Let's say you invest that $100,000 and get just a 7% annual return, which is a pretty average return in the stock market. After 1 year, that money becomes $107,000. In year 2, you're earning 7% not on 100K but on $107,000. That's $7,490 instead of $7,000. It doesn't sound like a big deal at first, but fast forward 10 years and that $100,000 becomes around $200,000 without adding a single extra dollar. That's the power of compound growth. Now imagine adding just $500 a month over 20 years. That could turn into over $500,000, and it all started with that first $100,000. Part 3. Wealth creates more opportunities, but it's not just about investment growth. Once you have $100,000, you have options. You can take calculated risks. You can invest in higher yield opportunities like real estate or starting a side business. Banks are more likely to offer you better rates and credit. And you stop living paycheck to paycheck, which means less stress and more strategic thinking. In short, money gives you time, and time is where real wealth is built. Part 4. The psychological shift. There's also a mindset change. When you've saved $10,000, you think in terms of survival. When you've saved $100,000, you start thinking in terms of growth. You become more confident with your finances. You understand how money works. And most importantly, you stop being afraid of it. That's a massive shift. So here's the truth. Hitting $100,000 isn't the finish line, it's the launch pad. It's where money starts working for you instead of the other way around. If you're not there yet, keep going. If you've already hit it, don't stop now, because this is where things start to take off. What if I told you that rich families don't stay wealthy just because they earn more? They stay rich because they own the right assets. While others chase quick money, they build wealth that lasts for generations. In this video, I'm going to reveal 7 powerful assets that can keep your family rich, not just for today, but forever. Let's dive in. 1. Real estate. First up, real estate. It's no surprise. Whether it's rental properties, farmland, or commercial spaces, real estate is one of the most powerful assets. It builds wealth passively through rental income, and over time, property values go up. Plus, it's something you can pass down to your kids. A single apartment or house, if managed wisely, can provide income for generations. Asset number 2. Dividend-paying stocks. Next, dividend-paying stocks. These are shares in companies that pay you a portion of their profits every quarter. Rich families don't always sell their stocks, they collect dividends like a paycheck, year after year. Imagine your children getting paid from investments you made today, 30 years from now. That's how legacy wealth works. Asset number 3. Private businesses. Owning a business is a true wealth multiplier. Many rich families own companies, whether it's a family restaurant, a tech startup, or an online store. Unlike a job, a business can scale, grow, and even be sold for millions. Best part: it can be passed down and run by the next generation or managed by professionals. Asset number 4. Intellectual property. Books, music, apps, designs, online courses. These are all intellectual properties. Once created, they can generate royalty income for years. Think about authors whose families still earn from books published decades ago. Create once, earn forever. That's smart wealth. Asset number 5. Precious metals. Gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a store of value for centuries. While they may not grow like stocks, they preserve wealth, especially in times of inflation or financial crisis. Smart families keep a portion of their wealth in precious metals as insurance for the future. Asset number 6. Trusts and estate plans. It's not just what you leave behind, but how you leave it. Setting up trusts and estate plans ensures your wealth is protected from taxes, lawsuits, and mismanagement. Rich families use these tools to keep their wealth intact and make sure it's distributed properly. If you want your wealth to last, you must plan how it's handed down. Asset number 7. Financial education. Finally, and most importantly, financial education. Without knowledge, even the richest inheritance can be wasted in a generation. Teach your kids how money works: budgeting, investing, avoiding debt. Give them books. Expose them to financial conversations. Because the best asset is a mind that understands money. There you have it, 7 powerful assets that can keep your family rich forever. You don't need all of them today. Start with one, build it.